Let us learn how to do question number 3. So in the first subdivision, we have been given the value of a. So a is clearly given as 2. That is the first term. And we have also been given the value of a3. That is the third term. So third term is given as 26. So these two values have been given in the question. The first term and the third term. And we are supposed to find a2. That is, we are supposed to find the second term. And as we all know from this equation, that is a3 equal to 26. So a3 is nothing but a plus 2d is equal to 26. That is the formula for a3 according to a n equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now the value of a, I'm going to substitute over here. So you will be getting 2 plus 2d is equal to 26. Value of a is given in the question. We are going to substitute over here. So now we get 2d is equal to 24. When 2 goes to the right side, it becomes subtraction. So d is equal to 12. So this is the value that we are getting when 2 goes to division. And now we have got the value of d. So the next term after 2 can be found by adding 12 to that number, or it can also be found by subtracting 12 from this number. By subtracting 12 from 26, we can get 14, or by adding 12 to 26, by adding 12 to 2 also, we can get the number 14. So 14 is the actual answer for this particular question. Let us try to understand the second question now. In the second subdivision, they have given the value of a2. A has not been given if you look at it carefully. So a2 is given as 13 and a4 has been given as 3. So there are two ways in which we can do this. One is we can write the equation for a2. We can write the equation for a4 and then we can do elimination method. Or the other way is a4 can be written as a2 plus 2d. Because if you observe carefully, from the second term, it is at a distance of 2 common differences. Between this and the third term, there will be one common difference, and third term and fourth term, there will be one more common difference. So we can actually write this fourth term as second term plus 2d, because second term is at a distance of 2d from fourth term, or vice versa. Now we know that a2 is 13 and then 2d. D we do not know, and we know a4 value is 3. The value of a4 is 3 according to the question. Value of a2 is 13 according to the question. Now 13 goes to the left side. 3 minus 13 is equal to 2d. This is what we get. So we get 2d equals minus 10. 3 minus 13 is minus 10. Now d equals minus 10 by 2. This is what we get. We are getting d equals minus 10 by 2, which is nothing but minus 5. So this is the value of common difference. So once we get the common difference, it's going to be really easy for us. Now, to get the previous term, we have to subtract the common difference. So a will be 13 minus d. From 13, we have to subtract the common difference in order to get the first term, because we are going backwards. So 13 minus, the value of d is minus 5. There is already a minus in the method. So this becomes 13 plus 5 and we get the answer as 18. So we fill the box by writing the first term as 18. And if we add the common difference to the second term, then we get the third term. So second term is 13 and we add the common difference, which is minus 5. Though we are adding, this is getting subtracted. So 13 minus 5 will be 8. So the third term will be 8. And this is how we do this. Another alternative method to find the value of d. After you find the value of d, it is the same. So once you get the value of d, you just try to get the previous term by subtracting d and get the next term by adding d. But in this problem, since the common difference is negative, we get the opposite values. Like the previous term is a little larger than the next term. Likewise. Now there is another method of doing it from this stage. So if you look at the left side of the screen, you can see a2 can be written as a plus d, which is 13, and a4 can be written as a plus 3d, according to the formula, which is 3. And now when we eliminate this get cancelled, you will be getting minus 2d is equal to 10. and D is equal to -5. So this way also we can get the value of the common difference, after which the method is the same. When it comes to third subdivision, we have been given the value of A. So A has been given as 5. And we have also been given the value of A4, that is the fourth term, which has been given as 9 1 by 2. So this can be converted as 19 by 2. This is because a mixed fraction can be converted to normal one by multiplying this and then adding the numerator. So 2 into 9 is 18 plus 1 is 19 by 2. So this is how we convert. So we get the value of A as 5 and A4 is 19 by 2. This is already given. Now, as we all know, A4 formula for A4 is A plus 3D. According to the general formula of AN, this is the formula. So A4 is 19 by 2. And A is also given in the question, which is 5, but D we do not know. Now, when this 5 goes to the right side or the left side, we get like this. The 5 becomes subtraction. And then we have by 1 and then we multiply into 2 and all that LCM step. So then we get 19 minus 10 by 2 after taking LCM. So we get it as 9 by 2. This is the value of 3D. So D will be 9 by 2 into 3. So this 3 comes to division. And now this 3 can get cancelled to the numerator and we get the common difference value as 3 by 2. So this is the value of common difference. And then we know how to do. We just add the common difference to the first term to get the second term and keep adding to get the subsequent terms, which I would like to do in the left side. So second term, please look at the left side of the screen. So A2 will be first term plus common difference. Now the common difference is 3 by 2. That's what we have got. So now when you take LCM again into 2 into 2 and all that, we get the second term as 13 by 2 when you multiply this and add and all that. So we get it as 13 by 2. This is the second term. And the third term, we add 3 by 2 to the second term. So we get, there is no need to take LCM because there is already a common denominator, we get an 8. So the second term will be 13 by 2 and the third term will be 8. So this is the answer for third subdivision. When it comes to fourth subdivision, we have been given the value of A. So A is given as -4. And sixth term has been given as 6, if we calculate it. So the sixth term has been given as 6. And the formula for A6 is A plus 5D. We all know this. This is 6. I repeat, in the question, fourth subdivision, they have given the value of A and the last term, which is the sixth term. So the formula for A6 is A plus 5D, which is 6. Now the value of A can be substituted here. That is also been given in the question. So 5D, you get 6. -4 goes to the right side, it becomes +4 and it gets added, you get 10. And the value of D is 2. So this is what we get as the value of D. Now once we get the value of D, we can just add it to the terms to get the subsequent terms. So when we add 2 to -4, we get -2. Again, when we add 2, we get 0. Again, when we add 2, you get 2. Again, when you add 2, you get 4. I'm not writing them as steps. Of course, the steps will be like this. So A2 will be A plus D, first term plus common difference. What is the first term? -4. Common difference is 2. So this will be -2. And third term will be the second term plus common difference. It will be 0. And likewise, we can write the steps. So this is all about fourth subdivision, quite easy. When it comes to fifth subdivision, we have been given the value of A2. So A2 is given as 38. And A6 is given as 78. So as we all know, A6 is given as -22. Now, we all know this can be done using 2 ways. One is just to use the formula. That is, we can do it as A plus D equals 38. That is the formula for A2. And we can use A plus 5D equals -22. That is the formula for A6. And then we can eliminate, find the value of D and proceed with that. Or there is another method where A6 can be written as A2 plus 4D with respect to the second term. This is because from the second term, it is at a distance of 4 hops or 4 jumps. So we can use this concept also, which is from the second term, it is at a distance of 4D. This can also be used. So A6 is minus 22 and A2 is 38 and then 4D. Now 38 goes to the left side, gets subtracted, and we'll be getting minus 60. Minus 60 is equal to 4. Because when 38 goes to the left side, it is minus, but both of them will get added. So we get the value of D as minus 60 by 4, which is nothing but minus 15. So this is the value of common difference that we are getting. Now, to get the previous term, we have to subtract the common difference. So A will be second term minus common difference. Now the common difference is 15. Minus 15. I repeat, to get the first term, we have to subtract the common difference. But since there is a minus, it gets added and we get the answer as 53. So that will be the first term. Now to get the third term, what we do is we add the common difference to A2. For this, we have to add the common difference to get the third term. So now A2 is 38. We are trying to add, but because of the sign of the common difference, it gets subtracted. So 38 minus 15. So we will be getting 23. So that will be the third term. Likewise, the next term can be obtained by again adding common difference, but still it is minus 15. Again, it gets subtracted. So we will be getting, so when you subtract 15, you will be getting 8. And again, you will be getting minus 7, something like this. Just a minute. So these are the answers. You keep subtracting 15 from each term and you'll be getting this. So with this, we come to the end of third question. Now let's go to the fourth question. Now let us try to learn the fourth problem. They have very clearly given an AP, which is 3, 8, 13, 18, and so on. And in this AP, there is 78. There is a term called 70, which is going to come somewhere. And we need to find which term is 78. So we have to find the value of n. So that needs to be very clear. We need to find the value of n. And they have given the value of an as 78. If we do not know where that 78 will come, so we designate that 78 as the nth term, which means it's going to come somewhere in the series. And we need to find where is it coming, which position is it. That is what we are going to find. And from the given AP, we can reduce the value of a, which is the first term. And the common difference is nothing but second term minus first term. Or for that matter, any two consecutive terms we can take to get the common difference as 5. So now we have the value of B as 5, we have the value of A as 3, we have the value of AN as 78, and we are supposed to find the value of N. And we know the formula for AN, which is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. This is the formula for AN. And the value has been given as 78. This has been very clearly given in the question. Now the value of A is 3, and we have N minus 1 into D. The value of D is 5, which is equal to 78. Now this 3 goes to the right side and gets subtracted. So we'll be getting 75. No need to multiply this 5 with N. Rather, we can do like this. 75 divided by 5. This 5 goes to division. So we get N minus 1 is equal to 15 and we get N is equal to 16. This is how we get. So we find that 16th position or 16th term is 78. Fifth problem is also very similar to the fourth one. We have been given some term that is 205, which means in the AP called 7, 13, 19, and so on, 205 is going to come. And we are going to find the position of 205. So we will be taking AN. The formula for AN is A plus N minus 1 into D, as you all are aware of it. So this will be equal to 205. And the value of A is 7. And N is what we are supposed to find. So N remains N. And common difference here, it is 6. If you carefully look at the given AP here, 13 minus 7 will be 6. And now the next step is N minus 1 into 6 is equal to 205 minus 7. 7 goes to the other side, it becomes 198. And N minus 1 will be 198 by 6. So we'll be getting 33. So N will be 34. So which means in the AP, 205 is going to come as the 34th term. With respect to the second subdivision, we follow the same strategy, which means the value of an has been given as minus 47, which is the nth term, and we do the formula, which is a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equal to minus 47. You have to be very careful with using the signs. And a is 18, and then n minus 1 into, let us find the value of d here. Let us find the common difference here. So common difference will be 31 by 2 minus 18. So how did I get 31 by 2? This mixed fraction should be converted to normal one. So you multiply and then you add. So you get 31 by 2. And then you subtract it from the previous term. Here we have to take the LCM. We cannot directly subtract 31 and 18. So LCM is into 2 and into 2. So you get 31 minus 36 by 2. So this will be minus 5 by 2 since 36 is the larger term. Now this minus 5 by 2 is what we have to use here as the common difference. So this will be minus 47. Now the next step will be n minus 1 into minus 5 by 2. I'm just having it as such. Will be equal to minus 47 minus 18. This goes to the right side. It becomes minus 65. It gets added. So this is what we get. And finally, n minus 1 is equal to minus 65. This 2 goes to the other side, becomes multiplication. Minus 5 becomes division. Minus minus get cancelled. 5 and 65 will get cancelled 13 times. So you get n minus 1 is 26 and n is 27. So this is the value of n, which means the 27th term is minus 47. When it comes to the sixth question, they have not given that minus 150 is a term. We are supposed to check whether minus 150 is a term. So we assume that minus 150 will be the term, which means we assume it to be the nth term. We don't know where it will be or whether it will be there or not, we don't know. So the formula for an, as you all know, it is a plus n minus 1 into d. And we assume that this is minus 150, hoping that it will be a term in the AP. And then we know the value of a, which is 11, which is the first term. And we are supposed to find n. And then the common difference is nothing but minus 3. And when we substitute all of this, we get something like this. And the next step will be n minus 1 into minus 3 will be minus 161. We get 161 because this 11 goes to the right side and gets subtracted. But since it is minus 150, will get added. And we'll be getting minus 161. So n minus 1 will be minus 161 divided by minus 3. Now this minus and minus will get cancelled. No need to decimalize it. So n is equal to 161 by 3 plus 1. Now when you take LCM, we get it as 164 by 3. When you take LCM, that is by 1 into 3 and all of that, you get it as 164 by 3. We know 164 cannot be divided by 3 table. So we just leave it here. No need to decimalize it at all. We just leave it here and we conclude by saying n is not a whole number. Therefore, minus 150 is not a term. Suppose if you have got a round value, that is, for example, if you have got the value of n as 51, then we conclude by saying it is a term. That is, minus 150 is the term. We are supposed to find minus 150, whether it's a term or not. But here, since we are not getting a whole number, we conclude by saying minus 150 is not a term of the AP. When it comes to the seventh problem, we are supposed to find the 31st term, which means A31 is equal to question mark. It is better to write what we are supposed to find also. That gives us a clarity and direction in the solution. So getting a direction is very important. So A31 is what we have to find. 11th term is given as 38, which means A11 is 38. And 16th term is given as 73, which is A16 is equal to 73. Now 11th term can be written as A plus 10D, which is 38. And 16th term can be written as A plus 15D, which is 73. So this is quite important. I repeat, we need to find the 31st term. 11th term is given as 38, the formula is A plus 10D, and 16th term is given as 73, the formula is A plus 15D. And we can do the normal elimination that we usually do. So A and A will get cancelled. This will give us minus 5D. and this will give us minus 35. And D will be minus 35 divided by minus 5. So we will be getting the value of D as 7. So this is the value of D. Now, once we get the value of D, we can substitute it in either of the equations. I'm substituting it in the first equation. And so the first equation is A plus 10B is equal to 38. I'm going to substitute in the first equation. So A plus 10 into D value is 7, which is 38. So A plus 70, but that 70 goes to the right side and becomes minus 70. So we get it as minus 32. This is the value of A. A is minus 32 and D is 7. But we are supposed to find A31. I'm doing it in the left side. We are supposed to find the 31st term. So 31st term will be A plus 30D. So A we have got it as minus 32 and 30 into D we have got it as 7. So this will be minus 32 plus 210. So this is what we will be getting. So we'll be getting the value as 178. So this is the 31st term. So very important thing here is they have given us the 11th term and the 16th term. We use the equations to find A and D, but the answer doesn't stop with finding A and D. We have to find the 31st term whose equation is A plus 30. We just substitute the values of A and D there in order to get the 31st term as 178.